Hello, this is John Fossbender, and I'm going to show you in Family Book Creator how you can split a book into multiple volumes. Uh, in this one book, I created a book a Descendants book for my fourth great grandfather, Johann Fossbender. It Here it was 586 pages using normal settings. 7 generations of descendants, 8 counting, the 7th generations of their kids. Now, this is assuming your book is all the way you want it. The fact sentences are all the way you want it. All the media is the way you want it. It's just finding a way, okay, 586 pages might be too big for one book for how you plan to bind it. Certain sites say if you want to get it spiral bound, 586 pages is way too many. So the best thing to do is try to split it at a generation mark. That is by far the easiest. If you just start looking, okay, first generation, you can look at page numbers, okay, 21, 31. Doesn't go, okay, 163 is page where the fourth generation starts. Fifth generation, okay, that jumps to 353. 6, okay, 477. Okay, so I'm going to make a split. So the first book is going to cover through the fourth generation. Fifth through the seventh generation will be the second book. So the easiest way is when you do tell this to do the book, just tell it to do, okay, create 2 books, generation 0 to 4. Now you'll probably want to change your title page and then add in here, volume 1. Create the book. I'm not going to do it here because it takes a while to generate. And then after it's done, we're going to go back here. We're going to bump this up to 7, and then we can do a book here from generation 5 to 7. Go back to title and say, okay, we're going to make that volume 2. And what you will get here is, here's volume 1. So here's Descendants. See, it only goes to generation 4. Now you'll see here, now this is the full book, the 586 page version. But the only difference here between these two, is these numbers, because these numbers mean, okay, if you're going to follow this person in this book, you go to person 230. Well, in this book, they aren't listed elsewhere in this book. You have to go to the next volume. Now in volume 2, now see here, it just then boom starts with the 5th generation. Now the numbering system will change, but all the information will there. They'll all have their own individual indexes, their own place, their own table of contents. So that's the easy way to do it. Now, if you don't like that number system change, what you can do is then physically split the book. Now, for that, you will need a PDF printer driver, and in here I save this title page as a text doc, as a Word document. You can save that. And then in here, then I save them as a, then I created two separate title pages, and I'll tell you why later. So it's just two one-page documents where basically I made two one-page documents, and I added in the Maria. So it's just basically added the volume 1 and the volume 2. So that's all I did. So just to one page. And the other reason now is, okay, now 5th generation here starts page 353. So what I did here is I go to print this document, and then I use my PDF creator, and then I tell it to print, okay, pages 2 to 352. Because I don't want it to print the title page, but I want it to print everything else up to this page. I print it, and then I save it, and then I'll come back here, and then I'm going to print pages 353 to the end. And then what I get there then is I get oh, yeah, sorry. I created temp files here. I called it temp1. So temp1, so it starts with 2. So this is my colophone page. So basically it starts it with everything and just goes to the end. And then the temp2, now this literally just starts, because this literally is just a spark where it starts with the 5th generation. Now this one is, like I literally did just split the book. So volume 1 will have the table of contents. Volume 2 was going to have all the indexes. And it would also have, like, if you have the endnotes. Most of my family doesn't care about the endnotes, so I don't include them. So, but so I now have these two documents, this temp1 and then the title page v1. So now I just need to merge these two files together, the title. And there are a variety of utilities. There's built ones. I just go to like combinedpdf.com. It's a free one where you can upload the files. And then you download them and it will just merge them. I just drag and drop this title page first, and then the temp one, and then you download it, then I just rename it, and then you get these separate files. And then they're all merged together, and then you can print them out. So that's like 2 ways you can do it. They each have their strengths and weaknesses. Like I said, this one, it keeps the numbering system, which can be handy. The downside, it is a little bit more work. The first method, where you can literally just print it all within, you can just tell it, okay, print generation 0 to 4 and then 5 to 7. And like if you want to split it between 3 volumes, you can do that. It doesn't matter. You don't have to start generating the book from your starting person, in this case, Johan. It can be several generations later. So that's how I do it. And like what I said, you can also do this in Word. Uh, you could export it in Word. Uh, you can like literally delete the chapters if you want, or delete the groups of people to get the page numbers, and then the indexes and table of contents will update. That's another way of doing it. But I tend to just try to keep all my edits in Family Tree Maker and Family Book Creator. So that's how I do it. Hope you understand it. If you have any questions, feel free to post on the message board and on the Facebook group. So thank you very much. And we'll see what recordings we can do next. So thanks.